It was super important to us to lead this Disabilities Awareness Month because sometimes students with disabilities aren't recognized and sometimes they get bullied. And I think it's good to just show how much we appreciate them and show them that we recognize them and truly love them.
It's important to include everyone because everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and they might have really great ideas that you might have never thought of. And if you include them with you, you can just be better than you ever have been.
Like students with disabilities, just because they have a disability doesn't mean they're not smart or can't bring other ideas to the table.
We thought it was a good idea to lead a Disability a Month because we didn't want to leave anyone out, and we think that everybody belongs and everybody should be treated fairly.
Because some people, they may be going through stuff and they may feel that they're like not needed necessarily, and just the little bit, like the little action of asking somebody to come join a group you're in or just like join your team if you're playing a physical game will make them feel a lot better. Try to make sure that everybody gets a part in it instead of just letting them be there and watching everybody else do the work.
We need to show not just ourselves but other students along with us that just because someone has a disability doesn't mean that they're any less of a person than us, that they may look different or act different, doesn't mean they're less of us. So just important to share that message that we're the same.
I think that, especially in times right now that we all feel a little alone, that I feel like we should all be brought to attention, that we all need a friend and that we all would like acceptance, and I feel like we'd all do better if we all had diversity.
Everybody has different experiences, and they might bring something that nobody ever knew that they could do. Something that you could have never dreamed of doing or thinking about or experiencing, they could bring it to the table and just show you and give you a view of something different besides your life. You could just be able to view the world differently.
For people with disabilities, it's just important. It gives them joy, it brings them happiness, it lets people know that they're valued.
Because nobody likes to feel left out, and it makes you feel bad when you're not able to be a part of something or are excluded.
You know, we're like the leaders of the school and everyone looks up to us, and as leaders we gotta, we gotta include everyone, and if everyone's included, it'll create a better environment for the school.
Many more people than we think at the school have disabilities, whether we can see them or not. So we want to bring light to the people to make sure that if they need help, they can come to even us to talk about what they want to do.
There's something in them that makes them I don't know, it just lightens up my day usually, just to see everyone just be themselves.
I feel like it's important for us as a student council to lead this charge because most people in the school look up to us. I feel like we should put on an example to help people with disabilities feel like they shouldn't have to feel left out. We shouldn't be able to look aside somebody just because they look different when really there could be something wrong with everybody else on the inside and not the outside.
The adults right now are really good with kids with disabilities, making them feel like they're equal in classrooms, but out of school, I feel like adults are kind of discluding kids with disabilities, they're keeping their kids away, and I feel like it would be better if all kids got to play with each other, because then kids with disabilities would feel important, and you could just get to know people, and they could be a good role model for your students too.
Everybody needs to at least give somebody a shot, because if the person, if you know they have a disability and you think that oh, they're not going to be able to do this, and you look down on them, then yeah, they probably won't, because they're oh, these people they're looking down on me, I'm not going to be able to do this. When we believe in people with disabilities, it gives them the hope that they can do this and gives them the chance to live their life to the fullest and the best that they can.
I think that it's important to include everybody because no one should feel left out. We're all the same, but everyone looks at them different. There's no need to have them feel left out when we're all humans, so it's just all the same.
And whenever you add them to your friend group, it just makes them a lot better. There's some people that are really good at painting, and I know someone who could paint with his eyes closed and make a masterpiece. And it was just incredible of what they could do.
See them as just as they see other kids. They're not very much different. Just because they have a disability, it's not like they're not a kid still.
All kids should get the same affection and love from their parents and friends that we do, and that everybody should just be together and work together as a group, and because we're all really not that different when you come to look at us as a whole, and that when we're put together we can do amazing things.